Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Kremzeek Reviews channel. This time we have an early sample of WFC Kingdom Waspinator. So yep, this is a deluxe figure and one of the last figures of WFC figures coming out in Wave 4. So yes, Waspinator. And if we look closely at the details, it's got that nice shiny green and bright yellow colors. The wasp compound eyes is detailed as well with that compound texture. Although some of the green colors are uneven in some parts like the crotch and the heel support, and the back torso is not consistent with the rest of its parts, I think that's the only cheap looking color of plastic in this figure. His legs are thick and solid and in brown color, and you can also rotate it from the arms and legs attachment just to get it, just to make him do some poses and get it out of the way. His wings are colored purple and semi-transparent, but the plastic is solid, hard, and is attached in a ball joint, so it's easy to unhinge and put back if ever it gets off. His wasp's abdomen reminds me of the Silence of the Lambs, so well, hello Clarice. And the abdomen tip is also his weapon, as you can see here. See it attached here. And that's the only accessory that he has. So he's got a nice head sculpt as well in green, and he's well detailed. Got some striped yellow horns and a Waspinator accurate face. And a textured blue eyes with light piping, as you can see here. Sorry about the flash. Is the light coming through? So you can see here, there. So yeah, he's got light piping. And he's got the Predacon logo on his right shoulder. And these nipple antennae, of course. His head rotates. His arms move outwards, also rotates. He's got bicep swivel. His elbow bends. He's got wrist rotation as well, which is very nice for a small figure. He's got some slight rotation on the waist, as you can see here. And his legs move up. Oop, I unsnapped the waist. And so legs move up. Moves a bit backwards. Can do some splits. And also the knees also bend, so you can do some splits here. And the feet, it's got some ankle tilting and some side ankle rocking, so it's pretty much posable. As you can see here, except for these insect's legs that gets out of the way. And then of course the wings is also very movable, because it's in a ball joint, as I've said before. So you can move it around. Although it's nothing better than compared to the 30th generation's Waspinator. He's not a good replacement for that. So as for this figure, it's nice to have it because it's in line with the scale of the current figures for War for Cybertron. So I still think that the 30th generation's version of Waspinator is better than this one. So now we'll try to transform him. So first we pop up the torso or the insect's head, and then untap these in the back so that you could hide the robot's head inside the thorax part of the insect. And then you transform the arms, so you fold in the shoulders like this, and make sure you angle the arms correctly, because there's a peg there in the arms, like a hole there that will attach on that hole there on the center of the torso. So you just tap that in so it doesn't move around, or make sure that the arms doesn't get in the way as well. So you might as well rotate it a bit in 45 degrees or 90 degrees just to get the fingers out of it. So you clamp him in there, and as you can see, he holds up pretty tightly in there, so that when you put the leg later on, it will also tab in. So now you rotate this part of the waist of the robot and fold in the upper part of the thigh into the abdomen of the insect. There you go. Do it on the same leg as well. And fold these feet and heel support. Get it out of the way. Fold the legs towards the torso, the lower part of the legs, and it'll clip with the part of the arms in there. As you can see, there's a tab there that clips in within the side of the arms, like that. There you go. And then you can tab the legs together or the feet together and have him facing forward in front of the insect or of the wasp. And there you have your wasp insect, Predacon Waspinator. And we just have to fix the angles, make sure there are no gaps. And there you have it, Waspinator. Does he look like a wasp or does he look like Waspinator in Beast Wars? So let's rotate these antenna, make sure it's facing front. See there. So it's got some articulation as well, even as an insect. So you can rotate the legs. Mine's still kind of stiff. But yeah, you can move it around as well. Make sure these things are tabbed in when you move it. So it does kind of look like a fly as well. But yep. And there. So basically, his head also moves around, moves up and down. His mandibles also move. Let me just clip this together once again. There. So yeah, the wings, you can make him flap like this. Make sure that the legs are all balanced. And the head moves up and down like this, as you can see. And the mandibles, as I've said, can open and close slightly. And it's a bit of a challenge moving the mandibles around without opening up or splitting up the insect's head. So, but it can happen. You can do it if you just move him around. So you can also put him in poses like in a stand, make him look like he's flying. So some poses here, so show off some details, like he's flying as well.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
So now let's reverse his transformation. So basically you untap the legs away from the torso once again. Untap these in the abdomen, the waist part, and rotate it once again. And you make sure that your legs are straight. You separate the feet from the heel support there. And then you attach and untap these arms away from the torso. There you go. Move them out of the way. Tap the waist, the center of the torso, like that. Bring down the legs. And then lift up this back part of the thorax and attach the upper back part of the torso. There's a tab there that clips it in together. And spread out these part of the chest. So there's a 5mm ports as well in the arms and on the back of the legs and on the bottom of the feet as well. And I think I just massacred the look of my Waspinator with his pose. So you can move these legs out of the way. Preferably, I think they would rather look better if they're hidden in the back or something, but it's just there. It's pretty static. So still got a nice detail though. And he's pretty stable, and his weight is kind of heavy compared to his size. So his parts and wings are pretty stable, except for that empty or hollow back part of the legs. I really don't mind that much. So you can also attach him on figure stands like this and show him like he's flying or in flight and do some action poses. And there. So you can see here, and try some stop motion if you want to, like his wings are flapping or something and in flight. So yep.
We now now return to the Transformers.
So now let's show him with the rest of his friends or buddies. The Predacons, which we have here, is Scorponok and Kingdom Black Arachne as well. These are all deluxe figures, as you can see. But he's the shortest among these deluxe figures. And can do some poses as well. Take some camera shots, group picture. And here's Voyager class Dinobot. Oops. There. So Voyager class Dinobot. As you can see the height difference. Starring Dinobot compared to this deluxe figure. And of course, leader class Megatron. Here. Doing some wacky poses as well. So let me adjust my camera once again and get these guys out of the way. So there you have it. Waspinator. And as I've said before, I only started collecting Beast Wars Kingdom figures in the War for Cybertron line because they were able to connect G1 and the Beast Wars in this series. So I'm really not an expert in Beast Wars, but I am enjoying these new figures from the Kingdom line. And I'm sure most of you, as already the Generations Waspinator, wouldn't trade this figure for that. And especially with the Henkei version, which is also better in color. But for me, these Beast Wars Kingdom figure, like this Waspinator, it does work well when it comes to scale and continuity with regards to the rest of the figures in this line. So it works for me, and it's a good figure. And that's what matters. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my video review once again. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time, laters!